I guess first off, make sure I have everything. That's probably important, huh? It all starts with this motherfucker. The i5 7600K. That's my problem. So we're going to build a PC today. I had a hard drive crash earlier this week. Does a hard drive crash mean I should build a new PC? No, but I'm a geek, so kind of it does, right? Anyway, I actually bought this 2 years ago. It was on sale for like $275, which was a deal at the time. And I said, you know, over the next year I would buy the components to build a new PC and then kind of put it together at the end. Well, 2 years ago I only bought this. That's it, right? And it's fine. It's a good processor. How's that going to work? I'm not using the 2-camera setup. It's fine. Like, back in my day, Intel would release a new socket, and they release a few generations of CPU for that socket, and then, you know, eventually the motherboard would be replaced with a new type of technology model and whatnot. That didn't happen this time with this generation. This is Kaby Lake processor. First there's Skylake, then there's Kaby Lake. I think it's Coffee and something else now. The problem is all three of those use the same socket, L1151. Hey, fancy. But you would think, okay, then I can use any of those motherboards. But no, you can't. So that's the problem. I didn't buy a motherboard 2 years ago. The motherboard I wanted was a Z270 series, which was meant for Kaby Lake. But you can't buy them anymore. What the hell? Very hard to find. And the ones I could find, they wanted like $400 for. It's ridiculous. If you want a 300 series, that's for Coffee Lake, no problem. Every make and model and size and color even you can find. But the problem is I can't use Kaby Lake on Coffee Lake motherboards. So I'm kind of shit out of luck. Very annoying. So when my computer died, or the hard drive died last week, and I wanted to build a new rig, because I have the CPU, I went and tried to find a motherboard, and I couldn't find any that I wanted. Ultimately, what I'm getting was this one. It was like 70 bucks. It was cheap. Why is it cheap? Because it's not a good one. It's a B255 series. No, B250. What the fuck does that number mean? It means it will support Kaby Lake. Yay. It won't support overclocking. There's a K on that processor. That K means overclocking. So I can't overclock it with this motherboard. Which, I don't know. Motherclocking. That's what she said. Overclocking is something I don't necessarily do anyway until later in computer's lifespan, which is fine. And I can't do that with this motherboard. So maybe if I can find a deal on a motherboard that I like, maybe I'll buy it. But like I said, they're really rare and hard to fucking find now. So I had to buy this one. The other problem is it's also, well, not a problem. It's an M-ATX. There's 4 maybe size of motherboard standards. There's ATX, which is the ones you probably see in your computer. There's the ITX, which is super tiny. And then there's the M-ATX, which is a micro ATX port. It's the same functionality as, you know, ATX, it's just smaller. Usually there's less USB ports and shit like that. I'll actually open this on camera, huh? Oh, that sound. Squeak, 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 squeak. So that's all that comes in that box. That's your processor right there. I gotta flying around. Great! Professional stream, huh? Let's even close that door. Awesome. So yeah, I'm kind of actually bummed about that. On the bright side, if I was gonna buy a motherboard that support overclocking, I probably would spend 200 bucks on it at least, and I didn't really want to do that. I'm kind of building this like last minute. I had some money put away for it, but not that much. Not that much. So basically what we did is went to Amazon and bought a bunch of shit. Alright, this is probably tricky. How the hell? I'll show you the case I got. Because it's an M-ATX motherboard, which is not very big. The case you think would be small too. Pulse 109, how's it going? We'll try and do this. That's a big box. You probably can't see anything, but just bear with me. Oh yeah, there's that sound. That's what we came for, right? This is a Cooler Master Box. LT, no, light. It's not very light, it's heavy. 3.1. Ow. Shit. Let's see what we can do here. I see foam. Here, let's do this. There you go. Damn, a lot of work. All the emotes. Thanks, Paul. So I said MATX case, which MATX should mean small, but this is not very small, is it? This is actually kind of big. Bigger than I thought anyway. For added ASMR effect. That's plastic. What can you even see right now? Probably not a whole lot. So let me look back. So this one. Is this what I bought? Apparently. Oh, it's upside down. Or it's not the right way. There we go. So this is a $50 case, which is super cheap. And you can tell it's super cheap because fucking plastic. But it does have a side window. I'm going to put lights in it because I'm that kind of geek. Oh, actually, the front is actually slightly transparent as well. That's pretty good. Not bad. Ugly ass logo on the front. That's okay. It's $50. So yeah, this is almost as big as my mid tower from before. Only difference is it only supports the small motherboards. Can you see in there in the back? That cutout? The motherboard's around that size, I think. It's been a while. So we're going to put it into this thing. I tried to see how long I go without typing, and that was it. I know, being quiet's hard, trust me. My kids fail about it all the time. I'm going to try and make it pretty. That's the idea. I have a case upstairs, much larger one, that I was painting. But that's where motherboards are. Oh, that's a gross sound. Much bigger. Let's see if you can see that. Probably not. Kind of. Only two. But there are thumb screws in the back. So I don't need to use a screwdriver, hopefully, for most of this. But, hey, we'll see. Anyway, there's that. There's like this trend right now for, wow. Can I get some oil, please? Trend for some tempered glass side panels. But again, $50 case. It's plastic. But hey, it looks cool enough to me. Who might argue? This one's actually for me, so it's the processor I had for a while. What I'm going to do is, because the old one, which I'm still on now, I lost a hard drive, but it's still usable, so I'm going to give that to my kids. And speaking of hard drives, that's the replacement. For a while I was using ADATA hard drives. Yep. Okay. I'm streaming this. Well, all the terrible sounds. Yeah. Okay.
Since the kids already ate.
Like 3 hours ago.
They're still eating pizza pops.
Oh.
I picked up the barbecue chicken.
Sure.
With butters and salad and stuff.
Okay.
Right.
Alright, I'll eat later. I'm just gonna try and put this together first. Alright. Alright. ADATA. Yeah, I used to use ADATA as my SSD choice because they're cheap. But then the problem is, you know, I had one die on me. Which, to be fair, I mean, that's the first one out of 8 of them. But I figured I'd try Crucial this time and see how it goes. That's what, 500 gigs? It wasn't expensive. 110 bucks for 500? That's not too bad. So solid state drive. That's handy. I would never build a computer without one these days. And let me see here. Fancy SSD. Yeah, Crucial's not bad. And I got a plain black tower and a piece of foam taped to the power button to block out the light when I sleep. That's fancy. I honestly, if I was going to build one in the same room I sleep in, it'd be a totally different thing. I've had an SSD from Corsair that lasted 6 years running my OS. That's actually pretty decent. I'm also at the point where, like, I usually have, what do you call it, your old style physical hard drives for storage, but 500 gigs for 100 bucks is cheap enough where I'm almost considering an SSD for that. Like I said, I've had them last a long time. But I think it's going to be SSD only going forward. Alright, so this should be the rest of the stuff we need. Let's see. Yeah, they've gotten good. Yeah, they're definitely improved a lot over the years. And like if you have grandparents or family that doesn't know much about computers and they ever complain that their computer is slow and they want to upgrade, just put an SSD in their computer. It's like the biggest thing you can do for them. I think SSD is the next thing for my PC, if anything, not a rush. Oh, trust me, Paul, once you get an SSD, you'd be like, how did I live without it? Your computer boots so fast, you blink and it's done. So the one thing with the processor, if you build the computer and it lasts a while, no cooler. I think maybe the overclocked ones don't come with coolers, which is fine because Intel makes shitty ass coolers. So I was going to use the one in this computer that I'm streaming with, but I'm going to use it now for my daughter. Plus, I didn't know how big it would be, and I was worried the case was going to be too small for that. So I bought this one. This is, so you can see that. Oh, that's backwards, Jake. The Master Air G100M. Low profile cooler. Low profile being keyword for small. Oh, this does not look small. Wow, that's pretty big. I was told this looked like something out of Iron Man's suit. Not disappointed. And I probably shouldn't be touching the bottom. So this one does not come with thermal paste pre-applied, which is good. Because we would take it off anyway. I do use thermal paste. I'm that level of geek. I did buy some. I'm probably not the greatest at applying it, but whatever. Oh, it actually comes with some. It actually comes with a few things. Hold on. Hold on. Oh yeah, there's all the mounting stuff. I'm not looking forward to this. Look at all the parts. Great. Wow. It's like a Meccano or a Rector set. That'll be fun to figure out. The problem I don't like with the Intel coolers is they have these like push pin system. Which I don't know if they've changed that over the years. I don't think they have. But it's hard to take the cooler off. The difference with this one then is no push pins, but then you have to like bolt it to the motherboard from behind it. So that'll be interesting. Alright, let's put this over here. Nope, no room there. I really should have brought a table out for this. And this is the new Nintendo Labo stuff, maybe. Nintendo should do this. And the only thing I have an issue with is Spotify. Everything else has been reasonable. It's mostly just like load times. Streaming especially, I found it helped a lot with. But I also have a really ancient CPU. Although the new one, much better. It changes colors. Everything is RGB. My keyboard, my mouse, the fans are all RGB. I got that stupid with it. We're going to need a bigger boat. And Werewolf would love this stream. Yeah, hopefully Werewolf's doing okay. I guess he's in the process of moving. You streaming to two different services? No, I just use Twitch, but just 2 cameras. What's this? Is this the... Oh yeah, it is. Wow. So if you ever build a computer, you have to put the thermal paste on. The best stuff everybody considers is Arctic Silver. I don't think it really matters much, but whatever. It's $10 on Amazon. It'll last you forever, or in my case, you'll buy it every time you build a computer, because you can't find what you bought last time. Jesus. He made it to his brother's place and then loaded for the U-Haul. He's in his own moving company. I still think he's crazy for moving on his own. I can't do it anymore. I'll pay the $200 for movers. But then again, he's also moving like across state, which is expensive. Wow, is that was $10. That's kind of smaller than I expected. I guess that's what she said. I don't know. All right, thermal paste, some plastic bubbles, more plastic bubbles. Oh, don't drop that. The one thing I didn't get that is all glowy with special colors is the RAM. I really wanted to. I want RGB RAM. Why? Because in my head it makes it go faster. It is. But it's a $50 premium for the lights. So I didn't do that for the RAM. This is the whatever Amazon had on special day. I think it was under $100, I'm pretty sure. No, it's 16 gigs. It was probably $100, which is not terrible. And I've used this brand before. It's been okay. So I'll take that. That's the RAM. Because why we got RAM? Because new processor, new motherboard, needs new RAM. I think they had too many things broken by pros. Well, that's like Fortifier. Fortifier, when he moved across country, his movers were terrible. Half his shit was broken. Like, furniture picked up and thrown broken. I can't believe it. Told you, Paul, if it changes colors and has flames, it works better. That's true. The best and fastest computer I ever built was for my mother-in-law, and it's because I painted it Mustang red with a stripe. I also put a authentic Mustang logo on it because she's a Mustang, like, fangirl. Alright. Jesus. Okay. How much do I got? 16 gigs. 16 gigs this time. I've been using 8 for the last number of years, and 8's always been fine for me until I started streaming. Once I started streaming, I realized 8 wasn't enough. So I went for 16 this time, which needs to be like the new standard. This is a power supply, EVGA. EVGA and I think it's XFF, I think, are the 2 brands out there that are probably the best for warranties. So if you're going to buy a video card or power supply, EVGA has a good warranty. If pretty much anything that goes wrong with it, they'll replace it, no questions asked. So I usually get their brands. I got a gold, I think, yes, because I'm trying to save money. Eventually that'll work. And it's modular, so I'm going to open that up real quick and take a look at it. Because I'm not sure if it's modular fully or semi-module, and I'll show you what that means in a sec. Ow. She's a Mustang Sally, she is. She got the Mustang, has a midlife crisis. The Cali special with the black stripe and everything. So I got a computer like that. And actually hers was an ITX motherboard, so super small. So when I was getting this case, I was expecting similar size. But my case I got is actually pretty big. I have 16 gigs of mine now, yeah. I went overkill this time last time. Overkill this time last time for RAM. Yeah, I think 16 is plenty. I know a friend of mine has 32. I don't know what he uses it for. I guess if you're doing like video work and stuff. Dyna Twitch, welcome to the stream. How you doing? We're trying not to break shit. 64 is on 64. Jetta. You're just letting all hang out, aren't you? That's a lot of RAM. Comes with the book. I guess. I don't know. We don't need that, right? I've come to criticize component choices. Oh, let me tell you. So, I have a Kaby Lake processor. And, I didn't buy the motherboard when I got the processor 2 years ago. So when I went to buy a motherboard for this, I couldn't find any. The 270 series. So unfortunately, I had to buy a 250, a B250. So I can't overclock it. So it's very disappointing. But it was cheap. It was like $70, $80 for the motherboard. So I'm actually in the market for a better motherboard, maybe in the future. Although rebuilding a computer would be a real pain in the ass. So there's all the cables for the power supply. It's modular, which means that I don't have to have them all hanging out, which is a pet peeve of mine with power supplies. So it's semi-modular because it has umbilical cord dangling. You're going to lose at least one. That's actually quite big. So I'm hoping that this will fit in the case. It should. I guess we'll find out. That's always fun. Build a computer, you can't power it. I was going to do this yesterday, but my motherboard didn't show up until this afternoon. So that's all the cables. Nothing else fancy in the box. I really didn't go fancy this time. It's mostly just your basic stuff. May have to exit a preserve mental health. Trust me, the choice of motherboard drove me nuts. I was really upset about it. But hey, what are you gonna do? The computer I'm streaming from right now is a 2500K. So either way, this is a huge upgrade. All right, let's do some stuff. I'm trying not to break anything. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nick the Burner. Did you hear the news? Nick's not dead. He's just on hiatus. Thank you for that raid, Nick. I appreciate it, man. You're in time to see me break stuff. Or I hope not. If you're not following Nick the Burner, I know he doesn't stream very often, but you should, because he's an awesome guy. He's also got one of the greatest mustaches of retro community. That's true. Well, we'll sell this shit. That's a cardboard tray. We might need that. Burn Raid. That's a thin ass manual. I don't want to say this again, but back in my day, shit, there was more manuals. They're thicker. Neo, thank you for that follow, man. And a CD. Really? What the fuck am I gonna do with that? You don't need CDs these days. I don't even have a CD drive. I haven't had a CD drive in like, fuck, 5-6 years. Honestly. And super tiny screws, which are probably super tiny important. I guess we'll figure that out. Alright. Oh, fuck, it's been a while since I've done one of these builds. The last computer I built was 2.5 years ago. So I'll probably do something backwards. That's the I/O shield. That's for the back of the computer. A very plain one. I miss it because like my last computer build, I actually spent a little money on extra stuff. And like the case was 150 bucks, which gave you thumb screws for everything, so no need for a screwdriver. Extra fans, all that kind of shit. Uh-oh, Shroomy. Thanks for following. How you doing? If you don't know Shroomy, Shroomy is one of the classiest guys in retro. He competes with Nick for the best mustache. He's also a really good photographer, which I know because my wife said so. She's also a photographer in her spare time. And she saw my Twitter and he's really good. I'm like, yes, he is. Motherboard shot. He has a beard and doesn't count. Is that how it works? Shit. Gosh, I didn't even look at this. So this is an M-ATX board. Thanks for the clip, Neo. What's different from ATX? Lack of ports, I guess? Although, actually, you know what? We have a USB 3, which is fine. The black ones are probably 2s. HDMI, and that's a USB 3C port. I actually was wanting one of those, and I'm amazed to actually have one. That's pretty good. And then there's other slots that nobody uses anymore. And your audio stuff. That's actually not bad. I wish there was more USB 3. Mainly because I have an Oculus Rift in the background collecting dust. And the main reason I don't use it is with my old brick is that it needs a shit ton of USB 3 slots. Not just the slots, but slots on different buses. So it's really hard to get it working. And I'm hoping eventually I can do it on here, but I'll probably need another board. I don't know. I'm almost scared to touch the damn thing. Have you seen that awful Verge PC building video? No, I haven't. To be honest, I'm not much better. I'm telling you. ATX will generally have more PCI slots available, PCIe slots available versus MATX. Yeah, and honestly, I used to do the idea of like, okay, I'll get one video card now, and eventually I'll SLI or Crossfire it, but I never do. Especially with the recent generations, it's just better to move to get a new video card. So I've hadn't used 2 video cards in like years, like 10 years. So I really only need the 1 slot anyway, which is right there. And we have the 4 RAM slots. Alright. Just don't rub your socks on the carpet and you'll be fine. Yeah, I have thankfully never done that to a computer. But hey, there's a first for everything. I have Crossfire and it's overrated. I mean, part of the problem I had with finding a motherboard, I think, comes down to the crypto miners. Because when I bought that processor, Ethereum was popular for mining. And of course, they didn't just buy CPUs and motherboards, they also bought video cards. Anybody who bought a 1080, I think, you're probably hating yourself for how much it was. Like, I was buying another card to put into my streaming box for my daughter, because she can take this machine. And I think the 1030, even, which is not a good card, is still over $100. It's crazy. I'm looking for the notch. Oh, there it is. I can see the... Probably can't see that, but there's a little arrow in the one corner, and there's a notch. That's important. Building my 1080 for $725-ish. God, that's expensive. A 1060 a year ago was shy of $300. See, that's more my budget. I have a 330 X right now, AMD. I don't know how old that is. 2 years old. I bought it just before the 1080s came out, so I'm probably kicking myself. Alright, let's see. Moving the cover. Oh yeah, I should probably bring this thing up here. How's it work? Oh, they haven't changed this at all, have they? And again, we're looking for the crinkles, or sorry, the notch. Now, where is it? Let me see. I don't play enough new games to justify anything more than what I already have already, so I'm happy with my purchase. Yeah, I mean, I play... Honestly, if all you want to do is 1080p gaming at 60 frames, you could build a potato and it runs everything. I have a 660 Ti upstairs, which is, I don't know how old, and I still played Witcher 3 no problem on high. I have 2 R9 290s. That's what I have. I have R9 330X, and it's more than fine for everything. My PC is a muscle car. Big, loud, hot, and inefficient. You know, well, I'm hoping mine is not as loud. Alright, where's the notch on this damn board? Oh, there it is. You have to forgive me, this part's always terrifying for me. Alright, we got it. America! Fuck yeah! Big cars, big CPUs, big video cards, big women, right? That's where we go. And here's where my hands shake like a fucking surgeon. God, I hate this part. I think that's in there, right? Let's hope so. God damn. Have I ever fucked that part up? I haven't fucked that part up yet. It's Kaby Lakes. That's 7th gen, I want to say. And like I said, I bought it 2 years ago when it was on sale. This part sucks. Pushing down on this damn thing. I feel like I'm always going to break it. But we didn't. Yeah. That's probably the hardest part. Is that part. Well, not the hard part, but the most nerve-wracking. Yeah, I'm not going to complain. I'm going from like the 2500K to this. So this is a huge upgrade either way. I'm looking forward to it. And like this will help with streaming especially, I think. Because like, or at least streaming with like more modern games. Because every time I try and stream a modern game, my computer dies. RAM, or we should probably do that cooler first, huh? My 4th-gen was still running strong until about a year ago. Well, that's good to hear. I've got an i5, that's all I know offhand. i5 is like the good range model. The i7s are usually more expensive. Coffee like a 7th gen. It could be. I'm either 7th or 8th. Or, sorry, 7th or 6th. So it could be that. All I know is that coffee is my bane because everybody buys... Like, I tried selling this CPU a year ago. Nobody wanted to buy it. Everybody's waiting for coffee. And everybody bought Coffee Lake, and the motherboards are different, which really pisses me off. So, but what you gonna do? At least I got a chance to use it. Yeah, let's do the cooler. For that, I'm probably gonna want the fucking manual. Oh, let's look at all this junk. I still use a 3770K. I think that's why I have upstairs in my media center, and that's a solid CPU. And overclocked all heck, and I've already killed the Mobo. Well, that's not good. But overclocking is fun. I'm kind of upset I can't do that for this one. Alright, what the hell is all this stuff? Molex cables. Okay. Oh shit. Dr. Pepper, thanks for the sub. I would spam my alerts and stuff, but unfortunately the hard drive crash took all that away from me, which is why we're here today. But you get to use the GG remote and spread that salt all over the internet. Or at least on Twitch. But thank you, sir. So that even comes with its own coolant, which, and like some will actually come with it pre-applied to the heatsink, but it's alright. We already bought some. Damn it, we're gonna use it. And I don't know what half this shit is. Ice cream GG, cocaine, salt, who knows. Those are interesting screws. The last thing you want to hear from somebody building a computer is, I don't know what that is. But I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that's a wrench. Okay. Welcome to IKEA. And then there's plastic bits. Bunch of plastic bits. Alright, where's that manual? Oh shit. That came from the motherboard. Might want that. I really should check all these boxes, huh? So there's power supply. That's what'll keep everything, right? No, up there. You missed the manual. Hey, man. Coolers are hard. Oh, here it is. Like I said, the Intel ones were shitty, but at least they're straightforward shitty. No, that's the manual for the case. That's... We should need that, right? Did it come with one? It should have, right? Oh, there it is. There it is. Coral said hi. He's in touch lunch with his family. He said he'll drop by if you're an hour later. Well, depending on how bad I am at this, I might be. If I'm really good, I'll be streaming with it. No, that's not true. I still gotta install Windows and shit afterwards. That's the worst part. And Liquid Cool, you know, I thought about liquid cooling, but I was trying to save money. The cooler was like 45 bucks, whereas the Liquid Cool was like 100. And I've never done it before, so it's out of my comfort zone. Warranty, I guess we'll keep that. If you think coolers are hard, I feel like you would have a fun time doing a custom water loop. Yeah, add in difficult, plus fucking up destroys your computer with water. Not for me. But the closed loop ones are really easy to install, or at least they look like it. Oh boy, pictures. I sure do like pictures. Custom water loop sounds cool. No idea about this stuff. That's when you have the people who put the fancy colored liquids in the tubes, and they customize all their tubing. Alright, let me see here. It tells you put on the... It tells you put the paste now. Why would you do that now? You'd do the assembly work first, wouldn't you? Yeah. Craziness. Alright. So I guess the problem with this is all the reason for the hardware is that there's the two, right? There's the AMD processors and the Intel. One of these is for AMD, one is for Intel, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, looks like it. Of course, they're not labeled, right? Oh, they are labeled. No, they're not. It'd be so hard to, like, you know, slap an Intel logo on there or something. Oh, I see, on here. I'm looking at the diagrams. This is the two fittings. So according to this... Oh, it does say so. Okay. So the horizontal ones are Intel, and it does have a label there. Good to know. People hate on for the sediment, but it's tasty. We still talking about water cooling? Water cool helps with those big time. Yeah, but again, I'm not doing anything heavy anyway. And hell, like this motherboard I have, it can eat overclock, so it's still pissing me off. Oh, we went from water cooling to beer. All right, just making sure. Okay, and the metal bars. AM3, AM2, FM2. This radio? Or is that all AMD stuff? Alright, let me double check. What do I have? I have... What's the socket again? It was L1 something, right? LGA 1151 at 7th and 6th generation core. That's helpful. I'm just wondering if these metal bars are for AMD CPUs, or if this is also for they're used for the Intel. Alright, let me put this away for 1 sec. Is it like an Intel page? Ah, there you go. I sees it. L115. And then okay. Wow, they really cover all their bases, eh? Well, alright, let's go in order of steps first off then. So that's AMD, don't worry about that. But we should put in our posts. Let's do that part. That I can do. That's what these things are. Or they just rest there? They don't screw in? Oh, they screw from the bottom. Gotcha. Okay, if they just rest there, I don't want to put them in, but we'll set them aside. Alright, there's intel. I'm just checking here. There's these plastic tab things, which I'm still trying to figure out. But I'm trying to figure out what they're even for. Alright, so you put bars on the bottom of the heatsink. Like, we can do that. That's fine. Okay, the AMD bars go inside. The Intel ones go out. Alright, well, fine. Let's do that. So again, our bars are... Those are Intel bars. The ones with the big hole in them are AMD, just to make sure. Yeah, we don't need those ones. Alright. At least we're getting rid of pieces, right? That's like Lego. Keep putting in shit until you run out. Jake, can you imagine how sweet RCRU is going to run after you set this up? I tell you, all the modern games. Actually, I have to check because I lost everything in the hard drive. If that game doesn't have cloud saves, I lost my progress in River City. I'm hoping I didn't, but we'll see. And there should be teeny tiny screws. There are. Those are fucking tiny. My screwdriver would be too big. But let's see. And on the Intel one, they go out. Like that? Why does it go like that, though? Does it matter which side? There's like a groove on the side of the bars, which is kind of strange. But yeah, I knew doing the cooler would be the hardest part of this. I might need to send a bitch go in there. Well, at least we can kind of do it. Yeah, we're right. Just make sure that's in there okay. Alright, do the other side. Oh, hold on a sec. Oops. Oh, I'm an idiot. There is a left and right side. Well, okay. Because that fits much better. Well, we'll take that backsies, right? As you can tell, I'm not Iron Man. You wouldn't want to wear my suit. Tony Stark built a suit with a cape and a bunch of scraps. I can't do what it's a kit in a box. Holy shit. Pepper, thank you for the follow. Glad the alerts still work. Chewbacca's son, also thank you for that follow. At least my alerts are still there from the hard drive crash. That's always nice. Yeah, there's that groove. It's supposed to go that way. Oops. Yeah, that's much better. Alright, that makes more sense. Alright. The shaky hands again, I'm telling you. In another life, I was a doctor. And an alcoholic. Come on, you son of a bitch. You live there now. Get in there. Building computers is fun. But then I also worry that it's like you break something. And you're like, well, shit, that costs money. There we go. This is much better. It actually seems like it fits together. I can't wait for the cable management part. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I try and get on my game for that. So, like, my Media Center PC upstairs has 8 hard drives in it. You want to see a nest? I actually ran out of cage space, so I think I have 2 just dangling. It's really embarrassing. But it works. You just don't want to move it. But I try and be somewhat decent with this one because I do occasionally move it around. The sickest of Jakes. Nisa and Alex, thank you very much. If you're not following Alex, if you're not following Mr. fucking Alex, you should be. He's an awesome, great guy. Likes to stream Zelda Rando, smashing records and Batman. All around supportive guy in the retro community. Follow Nisa and Alex. Please. And to be fair, challenge him to a race of Zelda Rando and do better than I did. Alright. Jesus. Well, we have bars attached. There we go. Now what do we do? Now what do we do? Let me see. Yeah, most of my old builds consist of jamming cables at the end into the build. Yeah, that's totally what it is. Although this case I like, it has an inch behind the motherboard for cables. At least that's the idea anyway. So here's where I'm stuck. I don't know if we can see that. There's these plastic tabs, which you shove on the arms. That's bizarre. That was a weird noise. Yeah, more man to me, Jake. I wouldn't dare race Alex in anything Link the Path related. He's good. I can give you an inch. That's what she said. What? Wait, all these plastic tabs. Okay, so they're labeled LGA 775, LGA 115X, and then LGA 2066, 2011, 2011 V3 1366. What the fuck? Which one is mine? And same with the tabs. This is where text would be helpful. And like, what do those things even do? Let me see here. Let's spoil myself and look ahead in the next directions. Okay, that's seating them there. Yeah, got that. Actually may not matter, because it looks like it's based on where the posts lie. Okay. Yeah, 7th gen i5, Kaby Lake. Alright, that's up way ahead. Where's the back part go in? 1151. Okay, thank you. Well, that's not here. Oh shit. Did I get like the wrong cooler? Well, that would suck, wouldn't it? Well, it says 115X. I think that would count. So the middle one, basically. Oh, it's what socket it is. Okay. Yeah, it's 1151 socket. But the only one that matches here is LGA L115X. That's gotta be the socket. That's gotta be it. Yellowknife, 1985. Thank you for that follow, man. Nice watching this train wreck. Chicklebird, thank you as well for watching this train wreck. Okay. Alright, I think that part's fine. It's just backplate thing, which... that part's a little weird. There's these little cappy things. Alright, let's try the cappy things and see. Like, they're these little things. Where are we? Fortunately, not Mario Cappy. And then there's other little plastic things. Or push pins. Oh, I see. They're push pins. Oh, I see. I see. They're little screwy things. And then they go through and they lock them in the behind the plate. It's a back plate. I gotcha. And again, we want the middle one. So it seems the middle one is what we want. And they just slide on there. Yeah, they do. Okay. And then the notch just goes there. I guess the end result is so stuff lines up, right? Oh, I get what it's trying to do. That was falling from home. If it says 11.5X, it means it can fit any LGA 1151 series socket. Awesome. Thanks, Dr. Pepper. I appreciate that. As you can tell, it's been a while. Oh, shit. So this is my problem with cooler stuff. It's like, it's usually, once you do it, it's like set in stone half the time. What I think it wants me to do... Well, first, make sure I got the right way. Intel side up. Check. And then the cap goes in. My get. My bet. Thank you for the follow. All the follows today. Thank you. I'm just trying to figure when I put this little post in. And it goes face down. It does. Okay, so post goes in. Face down. No? Yeah. And then this kind of locks it into place. Makes sense to me. And we go to the line. So that's what I have to do. It's literally Nintendo Labo, really. That's all it is. That cooler is fucking huge, though. Honestly, it's supposed to be low. It says in the box, low profile. Like, this is supposed to be a small cooler. I don't know. It looks pretty. That's all that matters, right? Alright, so we'll just keep doing the rest of these. I love your alerts, Jake. I never saw the phone with subbed ones before. Yeah, I know. No one subs to me. It's my personality. I must drive all them people away. I'm glad they're still there, to be honest. I put a lot of work into my alerts, and when I lost them, all the files from the hard drive crash, I was pissed. That's alright. At least I got my punch out bit alerts done. So that was worth it. Let me see. Second one. Alright, I'm gonna play some Breath of Fire or Breath of the Wild. Yell at me if you need anything. Thanks, Dr. Pepper. Thanks again for that sub. And have fun with Zelda. I love Zelda. Alex told me you're a cool dude and that you were really close to 100. So, oh, am I really close to almost 100? Shit. I've been streaming too long. Yeah, I know Alex from Retro Block Party, which is coming up in March. March 22nd, I want to say. It's a fantastic group of streamers that put on a show for charity every month. I've done it a few times, and it's always a blast. And I think the charity this coming month is for ASPCA. That's In the Eyes of an Angel charity. Oh shit, did I do the right ones? Oh, hold on. Gotta make sure. Yes we did. Because there's two. There's the AMD side and then there's the Intel side. I really wish they just separated the two and sell specifically for the right ones. Yeah, we're good. Alright. But yeah, when the Retro Block Party said they were doing basically an animal welfare charity, and somebody in the Discord said, can I play Duck Hunt? Like, well, they all support animal control, so I guess you can play Duck Hunt. That's pretty hilarious. Alright, we got one more. Looks like you give your motherboard a lift off. I know, it's like a UFO thing. It's crazy. The same noise as Wily's UFO. It's gonna glow like Wily's UFO. I'm a sucker for the colored lights. It's pretty stupid. Like, I bought Razer Black Widow keyboard years ago when they first came out. And those things are... I mean, people hate on Razer, and that's fine. But the quality for me has always been fine. But every time they release a new color, I kept buying the damn things. So I'd trade up, I'd sell my old one, buy new colors. I think I started with the green one. Oh, they came out with this one. Okay, I'll get that one. And then eventually they came out with the RGB one. I'm like, well, that's the ultimate keyboard for me. It's come with big bushy eyebrows. I don't know, I've tried case modding. I could add some. Building a computer. Yeah, well... I said that earlier in the stream, the hard drive I have on my streaming computer crashed. It was the SSD. I still have the old clunker, which I put Windows on for this purpose of streaming today, but hey, hard drive breaks, why not build a new computer? I'm easy. Just making sure that's on okay. I like the lights in your background. Thank you. They're, I think, retro 80s-ish, I guess. Alright, so what we've done is we put the posts on the back plate. And I'm assuming this just snaps in the bottom. I assume. I'm just not sure when I do that part. Like you put the things in. There's a little post you put in, which we can do now, but then I guess it's going to sit there loose. And then the UFO lands on top of them, and you screw them in with the nuts. But when do you put the back plate on? Oh, you do that right now. Well, that's easy. Alright, this is actually not as bad as I thought. It's okay. I got a cheap mechanical keyboard on Amazon for 35 bucks. Got one half price because it was a refurb and it was a mint. I love it. Yeah, these things are amazing. They last forever. There was what's it called? Not Mass Effect. Mass Drop, I think is the website's name. They don't usually ship to Canada, but there's a few times they'll have Canadian deals. And there's a Chinese-made mechanical keyboard, and it was like 30 bucks, and it's amazing for the price. It's super clicky and loud, drives all my coworkers crazy, and I love it because that's the only reason why I have one. But I do like, I'm a snob in that I like Cherry Blues switches for mechanicals. Razer switched over to their in-house switches, and they're not bad, but they don't feel quite as snappy. Okay, then what is this? Okay, what are these for? Okay, before I do anything else. There should not be pieces left over. Hold on. Unless that's just for the other side? Could be. I don't like extra pieces. Like, this is not just Lego. I don't want shit to break afterwards. That's the other steps. Okay, those are for the AMD ones. Alright, so there's going to be spare pieces. The OCD in me is strong. The shoes cannot touch. Alright. This one's like PicTech or something. It's such a knockoff. It's got like 3 different brand things on it. Hey, that's okay. I got Cherry MX Silence mostly because of my old keyboard with MX Reds and no my family. Yeah, Reds and Blues are really loud. For me, it's the typing. Like, it's, I get the pains in my hands. And some of the mechanical keyboard is just great for the fingers. Are they going to come through, or they do come through? How do they go in? Or should I have done wider holes? Maybe. Maybe. Interesting. Let me double check. On the bright side, at least they're snappy. I just pull them out. Where is it? There it is. No, it says the second last hole. Interesting. I remember when I first bought my mechanical keyboard, my wife thought it was crazy. She hated it. And then she started using it, and she had to go buy one for work. It's one of those things, once you use it, you just can't stop. Oh, I know what it is. This thing needs to go back all the way. I heard a snap. Yeah, that's what it is. Just like Nintendo fucking Labo. On the bright side, once you do this once, you never do it again. Alright, so they're all in the second groove. All the posts are in the back now. Alright, now it should work. Let's try. There you go. And it pokes through. which is great. Then you gotta take your posts and you screw them in. So like I said, the old Intel coolers you'd get, there'd be no backplate and no screwing. It was literally these one-way push pins, and once you push them in, they go right through. And then it was a pain in the ass to pull out. And I remember it was like the third time I had to use one of them. The one pin I didn't push all the way through properly. I almost fried the CPU. But thankfully computers are built that if they overheat, they shut down. So if you're not stupid, you can kind of figure out why they shut down. And I realized I didn't do the pins right. And when I tried to pull the cooler off, I couldn't get the pins out. I had to break them with a pair of scissors, like snips. So there was that cooler. And that's when I bought my first aftermarket cooler, and then you never go back. There's a pain in the ass there to set up like now. Like, this is ridiculous, but at least, you know, I can come off if I needed to. Like, if I don't put on the paste in the right way or something, then at least I know I can fix it. I love my keyboard and mouse button silent. It makes no sense. I don't mind the quiet, but some of the clicky-clacky, like as a kid growing up, I used to have an IBM compatible, and the IBM keyboard has that click, and it's just satisfying. That's one of those weird things. Never seen Jake so focused, so serious in the zone. Well, it's been a while since I played Donkey Kong. I just wish these could get a little bit tighter. Oh, SSDs are not hard. Hard drives are actually one of the easier things to replace. Like, you don't have to deal with any of this shit. Like this, if anybody says building their computer is hard, it's not. But I wouldn't recommend anybody who's not comfortable touching circuit boards to do it. But if you're replacing like a video card or a hard drive, you can totally do it yourself in 5 minutes. Especially SSDs. Those things are so small, they can go upside down, backwards, whatever you want. Just find somewhere in the case and plug it in. I guess that's as tight as it's going to go. Okay. Where's that stuff? Arctic Silver, high density polyurethane silver thermal compound. Sure. Alright, how much do I have to put on? It was a pea-size amount, right? It's been a while. Like the head of a screw? Like this picture looks wrong. I'll show you in a sec. Where is it? There's a diagram. To me, that looks like way too much. Look at that. That's a whole fucking, I don't know, ketchup stain. That's way too much. Grain of rice. Yeah, so not a lot at all. Alright. That's what I thought. I put in a power supply once on my old desktop, replaced the vehicle myself, and this one, that's about it. That's all you need to do. Sam OS is a little bit tricky. Actually, Windows 10 to its credit is a lot easier to set up than it used to be. Actually, do we do it on this chip? We do. We do. What do you think? Is that enough? Looks enough to me. And what do I do? I'm gonna peel a sticker off. Let's see. Let's try. I guess we'll find out in a couple days if it's not enough. Warning. Please peel off the label before using. Yep. try not to touch the copper. And then where's the cables for this thing? It's over there. CPU fan's over there. Give me 1 sec. You can see there's a reason why we're doing this on the desk and not in the case already. I've seen a lot of people do their cooler and stuff on the case. I don't see how. What happens if there's too much? I don't know. I guess I think you want to avoid it squeezing out the sides onto the motherboard, I guess. And then you don't want too little because then you're not getting the right contact between the pieces. We're just finger tighten these for now. And like, you really don't need a whole lot. What is this soundtrack? If you're curious about the music, I'm listening to rainwave.cc. I used to work with a guy who made the website. And it pulls from a few different things like Overclock Remix and whatnot. Not gonna lie, I read that as I have Lady Gaga. I think I'm doing this in the case. That's what I get for trying to read and do it at the same time. Let's see, last one. Yeah, there's no way I'd be able to do this in the case. Yeah, if you have cookies, man, you should share. Actually, what I have a lot of is Girl Scout cookies. We still have a bunch of the mint chocolate ones from last time. We bought too many and didn't sell them. Every time I go to sell them, it's like, oh, do you have the chocolate vanilla ones? No, bitches. Spring. Oh, we want those. And then spring will come and I'll get the chocolate vanilla and we'll try and sell those and they'll be like, do you have the chocolate mint ones? So this time, I'm gonna have both. Wow. There's like no room in there. Actually, that's a weird tool. Alright, I was going to try and do the bottom ones, but I can't. That's okay. It's not like it's going to fall off, right? Famous last words. I was kind of hoping for a smaller case, because then I could take it around a little bit. Because I get asked a few times to bring the Oculus Rift to people's places or families' places. And lugging a full computer is a real pain in the ass. The IOs are a lot easier than case for me, but air coolers are better outside. My sweet tooth is yelling at me. Double barrel carb. Yeah, it's low profile, just wide. It's girthy, I guess. I don't know. The other one I have, it's the Hyper Evo, I want to say. It's the one that's the classic radiator style. It's like this high. And there's a fan you can snap on the other side. And I've used that style for the last few builds and it's been really great. But like I said, I wasn't sure how big the case was going to be. So we tried this one. What's been tricky though is actually getting the... Actually, is this going to even support my video card? Shit, that's a tight fit. I guess we're going to find out. And the RAM is going to be tight. Interesting. I think that's all of them. No, this one's a little tighter. If it was a speaker, then we both thought it was UFO and carburetor. Yeah. Vroom vroom. There you go. Pulse's cooler. Okay. So that's on. As tight as I can do it. Remind ourselves we actually put the Arctic Silver on, so we didn't fuck that part up. RAM, I guess. Let's do RAM. We're almost there. Never did figure out what these are for. I guess we'll find out if they're important, right? Wow, the RAM. So this actually goes over the slots. Has anyone used an HTC Vive yet? Because I'm trying to decide between Rift and Vive and can't really make up my mind. So I've used both. I've tried both. And unbiased opinion is to not buy either and wait. Wait for the next generation. There is some stuff out for it now, but it's not worth the cost. But if you really, really have to have one, I'd say Rift only because the controllers. I think the controllers that Oculus put together are way better than what Vive has. But that being said, Vive has way better tracking and is a hell of a lot easier to set up. You can set up a Vive up in 5 minutes, no problem. But the Rift has all kinds of issues, right? You have to make sure you have the right USB slots available. It uses certain ones. And not just USB slots available, but USB slots on different buses. Because it hogs all the bandwidth for those ports for the sensors. I had major issues with the Oculus getting it working. But once it works, the controls are amazing. Headset-wise, they're basically the same. I don't notice much difference. Both have a slight screen door, but it's barely even worth noticing about. But the controllers won't make it. If Vive comes out with better controllers that are more like Oculus, then I would probably say Vive. But like ultimately, just wait, honestly. Like VR is cool, but it wasn't... Like, I'm an early adopter. It wasn't really worth it. I bought a dev kit and then I bought the consumer Rift. And I don't regret it. But to buy one now when we're on the cusp of a next generation of VR coming out any month now. Well, maybe not month, but year now. Just curious if this would even fit under the first slot. It totally would. Because I was going to buy RAM with RGB. That'd be a tight fit. Alright, let's... Wow, can't even pull it out. Awesome. Keep forgetting my camera there, huh? Let's take this out first, make sure I'm doing this right. So there's the little feet, which don't want to come out all the time. Come on. Ow. Or do they come out? No, they don't. Just the one side does. Nice. And the small side. I kind of want to use the ones underneath the cooler if I can, because if I do get more RAM down the road, not that I need 32, but then I wouldn't have to take this out. Well, something tells me I should have done RAM before cooler. Yeah, it's not going to go in there, is it? It is not. Well, that's a lesson. RAM before cooler. Oh well. These slots will work. Make sure it's seated okay. Great. I've noticed in VR, when they were trying to do stuff in the mid-90s, I was really more excited. Now I'm like, meh. VR is interesting. Like, I love VR. Like in the 90s, when I used to go to the exhibition in Ontario, they had to have the really crappy VR things now set up. But I can't remember, Dactyl Paradise or something it's called. Something Dactyl shooter game. And like I saw Lawnmower Man, all that, and it's great. It's neat to see the technology advance so quickly, especially with cell phone screens being so good these days. And that's all they are, is it's a cell phone screen in the Rift. But it's not quite there yet. But they're trying. Like if you play like Fruit Ninja in VR, it's actually hilariously fun. Or Super Hot, which is a great PC game. It's even better VR game. The slot's a little bit jammy. There's a cooler out there for staying out. I could take it off, but I don't want to. After all that work, fuck it. This slot's a little bit crappy. I'm just always worried that the RAM will not be in there fully, but it looks like it's okay. Actually, is that in all the way? Remember Canada Wonderland having a VR game when it was like there in 96 something. Yeah, the original, that VR stuff at those things was terrible. But it was just like an idea of what you could do with it. There we go. That's actually in. Bonus. And VR racing is really good if you don't get motion sick. Yeah, talk about motion sick. I had when I first got it, I had some friends over, and we played Elite Dangerous, which very immersive sim game, space flight game. And it has like inertial dampers to keep the thing steady. As a joke, when our friend was playing, somebody turned off the inertial dampers, and he just started spinning around and around faster and faster. He was this close to puking on the floor. It was that much. Funny, just messy. And like for me, it's the heights. I hate heights. And there's some things where if I do heights, I get a little queasy. It's just neat that you're in your chair, you're standing up in your living room. And that something like that could make you get a little queasy. It's funny. I should look at your motherboard manual because you might not be running dual channel on the slots. Oh, don't jinx me. But yes, you're right. I should check. I just assume that it's pairs of RAM. Let me see. Tells you everything that's there. DIMM A1, DIMM A2, DIMM B1, DIMM B2. So I think that means you can do it, right? Install 2 gig, 4 gig, 8 gig, 16 gig unbuffered. Yes. More details, see system memory. Alright. Use same latency. Okay. You can install varying memory sizes in channel A and B. Okay. Okay. I think we're okay. Well, if we're not, I'll know real quick. Oh, the slots are color-coded. Yeah, there's black and gray, and the way it tells you on the picture is... whatchamacallit? I see your point. They might be staggered. They have A1 and A2 side by side. So A1, A2, B1, B2. Which I think means they should be side by side, no? probably can't see that, but that's okay. But it says on the diagram they're side by side. I think it would mean it wouldn't run at all. I think for this motherboard you need to have 2 slots filled, I think. I could be wrong on that. But I think we're okay. Alright, what do we got done? Memory, cooler, oh, cable. You run in just the black or just the gray if you're only running 2 sticks. Really? Interesting. Okay. If that's the case. Let me double check. Okay. All them checks. One sec. I'll make double the shore because I don't want to take this apart after. What time we got? Oh, it's only 6:30. Oh, weird. You're right. Same color. Shit. Well. Alright. Because black is too hard to get to. I guess we're doing gray. Like pulling a tooth. Oh, brutal. I always hate pulling stuff out of motherboards. You know, I might have to take both out just to get this one out. Brutal. Trying to convince to put eyebrows on it. No, we're not going to put eyebrows on it. But it does look like a UFO. I was thinking Tony Stark's Iron Man suit, but that works too. There we go. Alright, well, let's try and get this in here. I might have to take the cooler off. Oh, no I don't. Phew. Eyebrows are right. I don't even have anything to put eyebrows on it. Nick, you're such a instigator. Yeah, let's put eyebrows on it. Why can't we put eyebrows on it? Why can't the streamer get it? Tell you what, you send me an Amazon link to eyebrow stickers, I will do it. Amazon Canada, please. We'd be poor up here. Alright, Ram is in there. Ugh, okay. Power cable, that's what I was doing. Get the little grass things you get at sushi restaurants and paint them white. Oh man, that's for our little level of modding I want to get into. Oh, one of these is probably for is the colors, I'm assuming, yeah. And then one of them is the fan cable. Oops. There's a CPU fan. These pins are always a pain in the ass. There you go. Oops. Too much. Dude, I was so proud of that Mustang build. The joke is, she doesn't even use it. She never used the computer home. I had someone offer me $100 to do them a John Deere one, but to paint the case is a lot of work, and it's more than $100 of work. I got a Stream Deck. It is, which sucks. Is I actually just set it up the way I wanted, and then I lost all my settings in that crash. I have to redo all that shit. But yeah. Alright, I think that's fine for that. Memories to go. This I need for... Okay, that's for the case and stuff. I do like the Stream Deck. The Stream Deck is a lot of fun. Do I need one? No. You can totally replace it with keyboard commands, but... all comes the... A memory sticker. I'm all about the free stickers. We never did figure out what those are for, huh? Gosh, what'd they come with? Was that the power supply? Maybe? Okay. Again, words you don't want to hear is... What are those for? But alright, cooler's officially done. Now we gotta do case. How are we gonna do this case so you guys can see? That's gonna be tricky. I really should have set apart my table for all this. Remember, the car is a sticker makes it go faster. That's totally true, and I agree. It's like the speed holes. Makes it go faster. We might need this. Keep it handy. Let me see. We'll probably move this down here. Out of the way. Alright, 1 second. Because there's stuff in the case I gotta probably pull out. And shit we don't need. Wow, gotta oil that damn thing. Holy shit. Yep, not a lot of space. That's okay. We'll make do. So there's plastic to peel off, which, as much as I love peeling off plastic, I'll wait till we're done. Because the problem is the acrylic side panel is that really easy to scratch. And we'll probably like a scratch by moving all around, so we'll do that last. So I was saying earlier that a lot of the cases now have the tempered glass side panels. But for 50, 60 bucks, this is plastic. Oh, thanks. Okay. More Amazon stuff.
What is it?
I bought a video card for Phoebe's computer. That's probably what that is. It was like not that expensive. She was bugging me about it earlier.
You still streaming?
Yes. So they can hear you.
Keep an eye on your phone. My mom's supposed to phone. Because mine's not working.
Just take my phone.
Mine was gone. Like it's...
I offered to buy the new one.
Yeah, I should have taken you up on it because it's totally fine.
Alright, well, we'll figure something out. Just use mine. Okay. What's stubborn? Well, for tempered glasses, it's heavy. Yeah, I can see that. But again, plastic. Plastic, plastic, plastic. Wow, these are really in there good. Jesus. Alright, well. That's why we got the screwdriver. So one thing I have to try and figure it is if I'm ever going to install, well, how many hard drives I want to have in this computer long term. Because there is a hard drive cage in the bottom, but like there's not a lot of room in there. I'll show you in a sec. Window off. Oh, wow. Okay, so all the cable ties. Well, it comes with zip ties. That's actually kind of handy. And a bunch of screws. Actually, a bunch of thumb screws, actually. That's really handy. And that's actually probably for the power supply. Is that going to stay? That'll stay. Alright, I'm off to the store. See you in a bit. Thanks, Dr. Pepper. Thanks for all the advice. I much appreciated. Have a good evening if I don't see you. Paul should make a sandwich. Always making me hungry, dude. I should take my wife up in the offer for food. Posts. Alright, that's all that. That's for the important stuff. Everybody's favorite silica gel. And this is the... Oh, these are the cables for the front. You notice the power button, the HD light and all that stuff? That's what all those cables are for. And they're usually a real pain in the ass to put on the motherboard too. Especially these tiny ones. I'll have to read the manual for that one. Where'd that go? Not too far, I hope. Just PB and banana to get rid of stale bread. I never could do the bananas. Bananas is very popular. Bananas and peanut butter myself. I just like peanut butter on its own. I didn't like jam as a kid either. Come on. Really? That's a box. That's like the world's longest zip tie. What you building? Hey, werewolf. We're Tony Stark in it. We're in the man cave building a suit. What the hell is that? Oh, Jesus. Wow, that's a feature. So the front of the case, if you can see, the bottom and the top are actually red. Probably can't see. They're red, so that comes with colored replacements. That's kind of neat. I kind of just want black though. Wonder how hard they are to install. Alright, so cables for the I/O stuff in the front. Your hard drives go there, but there's usually somewhere to put another hard drive mounted to the back out of the way. And we do have an SSD. And we don't need all that space. I'm never going to have more than 2 hard drives for the system at most. In fact, for the longest time, it's going to be just one. I'll probably wait for a sale on an SSD or something. I'm trying to figure where that other mount for the SSD would be. Probably on the back side. Alright, let's take off the back. Let's do that. Let's take off the other side. Really tighten these damn screws. How'd your move go, Werewolf? Hopefully everything went okay. I saw the bang-up Tetris job you did on the truck. That was, my hat's off to you. The last time I moved, it was just my wife and I throwing stuff in a big pile. Just throw it in the pile. When I wish the moving truck had a dump truck option. Did we lose our music? We lost our music. Hold on. It's buffering. No, don't buffer. There you go. How can we not have that? I don't know about you, but I love Snowboard Kids. You guys can't see me back here. There's the other one. Half done. Well, that's good. So I know the pain. I hate moving. Hate it. Alright. So, there's that sound. I don't know if you can see it, but the side panel has a bump in it for cable management, I guess. Be surprised how much that makes a difference. Power supply there. SSDs. Where could we put an SSD? Maybe I'll leave the cage in for now, I guess. Alright, let's see what we do easy first here. Out of all the things. Because the important stuff is that coloring stuff. I don't like red. Again, I don't like jam, right? X and I are my brothers for 3 weeks. Man's just left work for the week. And we're moving into an apartment up there later this month. Alright, because you have to move. And then you got another move. Well, hopefully everything goes smooth. And hopefully you and your brother don't drive each other crazy. I know what living with family is like. I love my family. They drive me nuts. Alright, so I think I need to do here is take off the front panel. I'm trying to get a new Canucka stand. Well, Canada's healthcare is great. And our Prime Minister, not my favorite, but he's not a psychotic. But we tax you to death up here. Is this like screw off or pop off? Famous last words. Plus, anybody who's not used to our weather up here, God, it's especially the last little bit. Although I hear Minnesota's gotten it worse. I think it's Disdion on Twitter. He's from Minnesota, and they still have the polar vortex stuff going on, and it's nuts. He's still getting the negative temperatures, whereas we had rain here yesterday. So the problem I have with the front panels is that that's where they save their money. That's where they get the jankiest. Like no screws on a front panel drives me nuts. Yeah, see. Ow. Welcome to Jake Makes a Funny Face stream. Trudeau greater than Trump. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree. Except the hair. Like I said, at my stream space here. Yes, sir, you do. We gotta play some River City Rampage. We're due. Oh, my fingers. Fuck. That was a lot of work. I hate that logo in the front, though. I do not like that logo at all. I actually have a Transformers decal like a chrome decal, I will probably use it for this. As stupid as that is, but I'll probably do it anyway. And then the front, more plastic. True dough. I'm just checking the back. Is there like an air filter or something? The other problem with this is like this is where you put the fans, which is another thing I should do actually. But I might have to do that off stream because the fans I want to use are in the computer I'm streaming from. So that'll be awkward. All right. So for now, give that a sec. All the space. So that's the Cooler Master Lite 3.1. And it's, again, 50-60 bucks. Very cheap. And it definitely feels like it's all plastic, which is fine. But the front is semi-transparent, which is nice. And again, it comes with interchangeable plating for the front, which, hey, sure. We have it, might as well use it. I want to make my tower all pretty. The best thing, the greatest thing is to paint it. But it's just so much work. Because you got to like take all the panels apart, prime it with the thing, and then you got to paint it, let it dry, paint again, let it dry. Well, you know this from all the cosplay stuff you create. So many coats of paint and sanding. And then when you've done all that, you clear coat it, hope that nothing lands in it. Sand again, and then polish. It's such an amount of work. Wow, these screws don't want to come out, huh? They're super, super tiny. And we're stripping them by doing this, looks like. So, you know, I may need to get a screwdriver for that. Yeah, they're too tiny. That's okay. I need like the screwdriver I use for my glasses or something. I can do that later. Like I said, I have to do the fans. So we don't need this stuff at the moment. Well, white we're not going to use. We're going to all black. As is tradition. Let's get the power supply in there. Fuck, might as well. And then the hard drive. Let's do that. And then we'll put the motherboard in. Master coolers. Spinning the fans. Inside every good computer is a hamster. Cost happen. Yeah, some stuff in Cloverclock Remix is just amazing. A lot of great musicians. The only thing I worry about though is how close it is to the original music. Because I was gonna post this on YouTube, but I probably can't because if there's a hint of copyrighted music, they slap the mute and strike on you. YouTube has been such a pain in the ass. Power supply, hard drive. Let's just do hard drive first because that's tiny and easy. So again, we got Crucial 500 gigs. It was about 110 bucks Canadian. It was not that expensive. It was actually really cheap, which is nice. I've used cheaper. I've used ADATA before and have had no issues, but that was the brand that broke. So just because we're going to try a different brand. I've got an i5 4430 at 3 gigahertz. That's a good one. That's couple generations after the one I have upstairs. It's a good computer. The CPU like that will last you a while. Honestly, with the state of console gaming right now with the Xbox and PlayStation, it's just like it's not hard to beat the consoles. There's a Reddit PC Master Race, which is full of memes, I'm sure, but they have a build section and guide for new people to computers, and it's great. And they flat out tell you what you need for it to beat the consoles, and it's not much money. So whenever I hear somebody say, "Oh, I don't want to build a PC; it's too expensive or too much," you know, it's not expensive. Especially when you account for PC games being so much cheaper than consoles usually. Like I love my Switch, but I keep paying $80 for these fucking games. like slide in there, no? Oh, is that bent? Kind of bent? Sort of. 12 gigs of RAM. I thought it had 16. 12 is still a lot. If I didn't have this much already, decent for my needs already, I just have got it pre-built. But someone gave me the tower, had spare RAM from my old PC, and just upgrade the video card. Yeah. The problem with pre-build is that the cases are usually like Dells. Dells are fine, but if you go to upgrade it, they purposely make it so it's hard to put upgrades into the case. Like the cases are built for what they put in it and nothing else. I had a friend who swore by Dell until we tried replacing the video card, and he had like no space to put the new one in there. I'm trying to figure out if this is bent or what. Yeah, my wife took my phone. Oh, there we go. Okay, not bent. Just awkward. How many thumb screws do we have? MDG. Oh, I remember those commercials. Do you wanna buy a clone? No! Well, that's what they sell. I'm probably the only one who remembers those commercials. Posts. I don't know what that is. One of the budget suppliers. Yeah, or just the fact that it's just they make computers for businesses and stuff. You're better off alone, or do you think you want a clone? Yeah. That's them. And there's nothing wrong with their stuff. The reason I say build it yourself is you save money on putting it all together. Like I used to buy Canon Computers, a local chain in Ontario. They used to be really great, and they used to be really small, and then they got popular. And now they're like all over the goddamn city and province. And then their prices went up and shit. But it used to be you could go in there as a neighborhood computer shop, and they would help you out, no problem. Now the staff there don't know what the hell they're doing. Like you can't, they're retail. They don't know anything about computers at all half the time. And if you want them to build a computer for you, they charge you like $125 now for a build, which is ridiculous. I say this having spent, what, 2 hours so far? But it's fine. I'm not paying somebody to build a computer when I can do it myself. Okay, they give a lot of thumb screws. That's nice. So 4 are for the power supply, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll make sure we have the ones to the back. We do. And the window we do. I still don't know what the hell this is for. Looks like a nut. I'm not sure, it's not really in focus. Yeah, as I drop it. And the other side's got like a screw thing. I'm not sure. That's okay. And then there's this plastic thing that can the SSD, which I think... Oh, is that just so you can stick it somewhere? Is that where we're at now with mounting hard drives now? You just sticker it? I think that is. That's funny. Well, we're not quite there yet. I'll be damned if I use a sticker. Alright, we're trying to put screws in. So we'll leave the cage in. Wow. It's a bit tight. Yeah. Try this one, is that easier? Like honestly, the thing is in there tight enough that you almost don't even need to screw it in. Good job, Jake. 2 hours shooting the shit with us, questionable individuals. And then there's Dr. Pepper, who's been great. Yeah, Dr. Pepper was full of knowledge I completely didn't realize. Now I'm wondering, because I put together the computer a few times the last 5 years, and I didn't do that RAM thing with the colors. So I wonder how many computers I fucked up. I might want to check. Man, brutal. Let's try this a different way. Come on, lady ready. Jesus. Well, welcome to the next 2 hours of the stream. I think with computers at this point is like you want to do anything prim and proper. And like we've done that with the motherboard, the cooler, and all that. Now it's like you're at the point where you just want the damn thing to be done. Wow. Can we get in there? Like there are other screws. I wonder if the thumb screws are for something else. Yeah, because they actually don't really fit very well. Actual screws. Let's try that. Oops. Oops. You hear that a lot. RIP old computers, unfortunately. Like I said, my mother-in-law doesn't even use hers. Oh, I know what I need. I may have to go and dig a path to the shed, so I'm going to start bringing in the insulation in half the attic. No worries, man. Yeah, one person, that's a lot. Especially with the amount of snow you guys got. We got a little bit this weekend, but then it rained. So now, to be honest, I'm scared about going outside. It's going to be like, I got a shovel. The city demands it. It's like, it's going to be all compacted with ice now. It's one of the things we want to play the game is like, will it rain and more on Monday? I'm going to get a second screwdriver later. And I'm doing this terribly professional job with a drill bit or a screw bit. But it's in there. That's fine. Actually, now I'm wondering if I should do motherboard first or do motherboard first, then power supply is probably easier. Well, I'm not doing it today, but need to this week. Hiring guy to help me clean out the old crap in the attic. Box extra trash bags, need me for a case of dust masks, then I can get up there. Insulation up there is previously so I can gut it all out. Yeah, renovation stuff is, I hate doing it. I'm not good at it. I'm not handy at all with my hands for that kind of stuff. But if you can do it, it's great. You always feel better afterwards too. Plus property value and all that. And you can actually use the room. If you're properly insulated, you could probably have a spare bedroom or something. I vote Mobo. Yeah, I think Mobo's the way to go. Alright, so for new Mobo. Mobo's these posts. And so the problem with this case, I have to look at it, is it supports MATX and ITX. So they're two different sizes and they have different posts. So I was curious how nice are they with pointing out what is what. Oh, it actually says M for micro ATX, I for ITX. Well, shit. They make it easy on you. Oops. So I'm taking these little post things and screwing them in. Doing it for the property value and saving money on power bill. Should have done it 2 years ago when I got insulation. Yeah. Yeah, stuff like that. It's so easy to sit on it and not touch it. But in the end, it's worth doing. Actually, I'm really glad I got the Nest thermostat. And it's a smart thermostat. Not as smart as they advertise, but since we've got it, we have saved money. We're not leaving shit on all the time. MMI. Okay. Wow. Hope there's a lot of these. And of course, the problem with these things is I gotta make sure they go in enough that they gotta be kind of even because the motherboard says on top of them. But they don't really go all the way down. Ow. Fuck. Kill your fingers too. Worry about the superficial stuff, but it's what I'm most experienced with myself. Well, when it comes to property value, sometimes superficial stuff is what makes the money the most. When I used to work in condos, I used to love the real estate agents. And they come down with the customer, and the customer's like, well, the unit is so small. Like, yeah, it's only 500 square feet, but look at the lobby. Look at the 20-foot ceilings in this lobby. Look how amazing this lobby is. Isn't this a great lobby? Sure. But you don't live in the lobby. More posts. That's condos for you. Kill my fingers for my stream. That's what we're doing. Although I'm glad I'm streaming this. At least I'm doing something. I haven't streamed in too long. How many more of these I got? Lots. I'm also trying to get the house set up so it's all solid and reliable. I want to be the landlord that makes up the shit ones. I'll mix up for the shit ones. Yeah. A good landlord is hard to find. Hold on a sec. I'm like one short. That's never good. Screw. Oh god, it's annoying. Alright, well, let's take this one out. Shit. Ow. And put it up here. So at least we get the main ones, the grid. Dead, are you streaming? I'm lurking. Yeah, and Dead is streaming and still watching my stream. I'm honored, sir. I'm putting my stream set up together, Polish. That's cool. It's such a lot of work too, man. Just getting the microphone where you want it. I'm always constantly fiddling around with mine. I swear I never get lighting to look the way I want it to. Okay, how are we gonna do this? We can do that over there. You can kind of see from the camera. Kind of, can not. Oh, I know. Here, let's get all fancy. Whoop. Was that gonna work? Probably not. But you can see where I put the posts in. If I did it right, those will line up. We'll have to see. I don't know. Yeah, I can't put that there permanently. Won't stay. Won't stick. Because I had the two webcams now, so I shoved it one on a GorillaPod. #1 woodcutter on Twitch. It's like Max and his quilting channel. I want to get a boom mic, arm stand like everyone else. I'm curious if the cheap ones would handle the mic I have. Yeah, you have a heavy duty mic. The AT20 I have is not a light mic. It's pretty heavy, and this arm is fine with it, but it does over time slowly come down. So every few days I have to adjust it back up again. But I'm constantly messing with it anyway, so I'm less concerned about it. But I have a cheap one. This one was like $30 boom stand. It's not good at all. Basically, a Twitch music stream right now. Just need the anime girl. Oh, you need the waifus. The waifus get you the views, and then you hook them on the music. I have one with a counterbalance that works with the meteor. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Paul Shit has a really cool. It looks like one of those like ancient 1950s mics, but it looks very classy. All right, motherboard. Oh, well, hold on. Do I have to take anything off first? No. No. Just a fan, which I'm probably going to take out later. How many holes we got? There's 2 there. Okay, so that's 2 at the top. Yes, sir. One. Am I covering any? Yeah, 2. Ah, I have an extra one. That's why. I need that one. And I need that one. But there's 2 that I don't need. Okay, so let me take them out. Well, hold on, let me see. Mind the gap. Oops. All great sounds you want to hear with the motherboard with everything on it. Alright, so these 2 I didn't need. Oop, shit. Alright, they can go somewhere else where I do need a hole. And we'll come back to you in a sec. Yeah, I'm really worried that the holes are not exactly where I want them to be. Like, these pegs just don't go flush like I want them to. This one kind of did. Des one like mine. Maybe my voice won't sound like I'm 12 anymore. Mike does not fix puberty. That's true. Actually, when I first, because I had to put this, like I said, I had to reinstall Windows on my old computer really quickly on an old hard drive. And I forgot, like, I don't mess with my voice, believe it or not, on stream. I swear I don't. But my voice is coming out of the mic like crap. I'm trying to remember, what the hell's wrong with it? But if you go to the settings for the recording, the default quality for microphones was set to telephone quality. That's what it was. So you go from telephone quality, you switch it to DVD quality, and it sounds amazingly better. So I was trying to avoid installing too much stuff on this computer, because my daughter's going to get it next week. I'm just trying to make sure these are all in there really good. But I couldn't figure it out for like 20 minutes. Like, why do I sound like shit? Like, I swear I don't do much post-processing. Because this is before I had Voicemeeter Banana installed. And the reason I have that is because I like it for switching of outputs and mixing stuff together. Alright, I think we have all our posts in now where we need them to be, I think. In goes the UFO. Oops. I always find it funny. You can start the stream how careful I am with putting the CPU in the socket or the motherboard. Clink, clank. Not doing it on purpose, but motherboards are more durable than people think. Or I just tell myself that. I'm just trying to line up things here. Kinda got that. I guess these are motherboard screws. They look like it. Alright, this screwdriver be good enough though. No, man, I need to get a better screwdriver. what we're doing now is we put on the post. Oops. And now we're just screwing in some screws so the whole thing won't fall out on us. God damn. That's great. So this case supports 3 fans, not very many. 2 in the front and then the 1 in the back. It comes with 1 in the back. Cooler Master is not bad for fans, so it's probably fine. But I have 3 colored fans, RGB fans I'm going to use, so I'll be taking the front one out, or the back one out, and using it somewhere else. The front intake though is kind of interesting. Like you can see the front here, the plastic cover goes in the front. There isn't much in the way of air holes actually, so I'm kind of wondering how cooling is going to work. It's not going to get that much fresh air from the front. And like I'm not sure how hot this processor runs. I've had some CPUs that are very cool and cooling was never really a big issue, especially when I have like this honking thing on front of it. But then some computers run really hot and I'm always worried that it's going to burn out if I don't have more fans in the case. I'm wondering what Will taking care of his son and wife out of town. Are we going to get more online bro hangs? Something tells me no. I think his wife keeps him very busy, so he's probably doing some stuff. How's that even a thing in 2019? Telephones are a thing still, right? I gotta laugh. I had to go to the bank, or a second bank for an account I have, and they insisted I give them a home phone number. I haven't had a home phone in like a decade. It's just been cell phones for like as far as I know. Like I know people who have home phones, that's fine, but they insisted I give a home phone number. I'm like, dude, you're not gonna get it. Like at the end, they wanted my work number, which I guess so. But like I usually ignore my work number. Yeah, screwing these in without a screwdriver sucks. I'll have to tighten them afterwards. I have a fax still. Oh, a fax. Actually, fax is one of those things where you almost never need it, but when you do, you need it now, and it's hard to find one. I ended up paying for a digital fax service. Like I signed up for $5 for a month, just so I could fax 12 documents to the government. Because of course you can't email the government PDF attachments; they don't let you. It's so frustrating. Actually, reminds me I have to cancel that. I think it comes up soon. Well, that one's hard to get to. Shit. That's right next to the RAM. I know you can't see that right now. Great view, huh? Yeah, I got rid of mine in 2014 maybe. Most of it was sentimental value. A number we had since I moved when I was 5. Yeah, that's the thing. People are more attached to phone numbers than they are anything else. But I've moved so much since I was a kid. I mean, hell, I don't even remember phone numbers half the time. I feel stupid with that. My phone does all that now. Come on, go in the hole. Son of a bitch. It's telling me to link that to you to update your extension so I can redeem kittens. Oh, yeah. I will change those at some point. One of these with this is I'm going to be changing the bot I use in the currency. I found a bot that lets me do WebMs locally. And so I can do not just sound effects with exclamation point, but WebMs with exclamation point. So you can do, you know, exclamation point fail and it'll play something for me. But when I switch that over, it has all the Streamlabs bot stuff too, with like Heist and everything. Not that anybody uses that in my channel, but I feel obligated to have it. Because like I have bit alerts, which I don't care about the bits, but I like the alerts. So what I might do is make the alerts commands instead for free. Fuck this screw. Oh, I can't even see it myself, so I'm just kind of finger feeling it. Why do I feel like high school all over again? My old number is 5425. You know what's really annoying is these screws. The screwdriver is magnetic, which you probably should not use with a computer. Famous last words. Yeah, that's not going to work now, man. Because the butt's kaput. I feel bad. Nobody ever used it. It was a whole sail thing. Sailing in the high seas to rescue kittens from sea monsters and shit. It was very random and weird. I did it when I was drunk. I'll have to redo that. Wow. Getting those in there is a real pain in the ass. Alright. The currency is seriously kittens. My one emote is a cat. That's still a joke when I went to, her name was Suspenders with a 5, who did my emotes. She did a really good job. But, like, I knew I wanted emotes, but I didn't know what I wanted. So she's like, well, what do you want? I'm like, well, how about the GG with salt on it? She's like, okay, what else? I'm like, how about a tiny violin? She's like, okay, I guess I can draw that. And you have a third one. I'm like, I don't know. So I said, draw a cute cat. She thought I was nuts. But she did it. Alright, you know what? I'm going to say fuck those screws until I get a proper screwdriver after. Because they're way in the back and they're not working. But we will do these ones, make sure they work. Okay, so at least it won't fall over on us. Great. Okay. Gatherbot. Is that a thing? I didn't know I had any other bots on my channel. What's the first thing you do when you start to sucker up? I will probably be installing Windows. And then probably... Fuck, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what games I was playing. Because the problem is I lost all my progress. So like Majora's Mask, I lost a save for that. I really don't want to play that game again. I really don't. So I gotta find a new game to play. I think that's not gonna drive me crazy. I don't know. We'll figure something out to play. At least all the emulators and shit, I have that upstairs, so it's easy to get back. Alright, let's at least get the power supply in. Power supply, though. So you can install the power supply fan down, fan up. There's a pimp, his own gamble bot. I get a kick out of going to Sam's stream. Every time I sub for a month, you get like thousands of nuggets, his currency. I just gamble it all. Gamble all. I usually lose. Yeah, that's heavy. So power supply, 650 watts. Feeling now is like power supplies used to be such a thing. We had to get a big one, but we only have one video card, an SSD, and that's it. So it's not that much anymore. And now I'm gonna figure out what cables we want to do, because I don't think we're gonna have a lot of space once we get this in. We will probably do fan down. That's probably the way to go. Because there is a vent in the bottom of the case. You can see it there. And a dust filter. Yes, we'll do that. First, let's make sure they can fit. Oh, it does. Yay. And that leaves us with... Whoop, shaky. There you go. Like a little riser it goes on. There we go. Perfect. So you can see that it doesn't leave you a lot of space between the power supply and the hard drive cage, which is why a lot of people are saying take the cage out. But I think we're okay. And I'm wondering what we should put. Should I put any cables in now? Save myself some headache. Gotta love it. No bank heist. Dad brings his own bot with him. I'll show you a heist. What I'm looking for are my power cables. There they are. So again, we went cheap on the power supply. Well, EVGA is not a cheap brand, but I know the one I got from Silverstone, the one build. I mean, it gives a carrying case for all the cables you don't use, which is like nice. You don't lose them. All right, so we need one SATA cable. I'm gonna put the cables in now, save myself some headache, and hopefully I don't miss out on any. That's with 3. That's like a lot. Are they all the same? Yeah, they're all standard. Okay. One cable gets you 3. How do these go? One of those. Now the video card I have is beefy. I think I need the 2. And these are the Molex ones. Molex ones, if you've seen these ones, are for your fans. And floppy disk drives, I believe is what these used before. They're mostly used for fans nowadays. It has the ends there as well. That's a tiny one. I'm trying to play FF Prelude on guitar. It's a hell of a thing for me to practice. Nice being so all over the fingerboard. Yeah, guitars I will never be good at, man. Just your fingers have to go all over the place. Non-SATA HD use that. Oh, okay. Oh, hard drives. Alright, I see. Yeah, I think I need this one. They're labeled, aren't they? Kind of. Oh, here they are. Here we go. VGGQ. And they just give you extra ones? They do. At least the cables are the same. And we'll want one of those just in case, I think. I remember you have to use for hard drives the ID cables. Those are the ribbon cables. Those are fun. What else we got? Your standard power cable. On the outside. And these are just GQs. Oh, CPU. Well, no, we don't need that because this comes with a CPU one, doesn't it? Let's take a look. Motherboard. So you have your motherboard one, which goes up here. Getting a little dark, but it goes there. But is there another one in there? Maybe. I don't think so. Let me check the motherboard real quick. I seem to remember there being a second power cable on the motherboard. It's been a while. There is. Oh, it's probably the most awkward spot too, isn't it? Oh yeah, we're gonna need a flashlight for that one. Yeah, it's right in the back. Nice. Breaking news. Robbery in progress. There are chickens. I report chickens everywhere. The bank robbers approached the farm by mistake. All the humanity. What's with this? What's that one? Oh, more Molech stuff. Probably need one of these. Yeah, we'll probably do one of these and not that one. And the CPU one is all over the place. I wonder what the deal is with that one. Wow, yours goes right into it. Flashbangs go off. The SWAT team has secured the bank. Early reports say there were pee everywhere. The smoke is clearing. Here's what we can confirm. The werewolf managed to escape naked and on foot. Well, that's not good. Why are you taking clothes off? It's a terrible way to rob a bank. A satchel containing 100 coins. Legendary. I'm just trying to figure out this cable here. Oh, it's 2 cables. That's why. Never mind. Because they shapeshifted, duh. I gotta do D&D. That reminds me. So I want to say my CPU cable I need is 12, not that many. I could be wrong. But they're the same. Yeah, maybe it doesn't matter. Challenge me. Fight me. Well, both these cables look the same. So I guess we'll just do that. Okay. So, can we get that up there for a second? Oh, it's labeled. That's actually handy. And a tiny ass little switch. Nice. CPU 1, plugging that in. I don't know how good these cables are, if they will go in or not. Ow. Yep, they go in. No. Oops. Backwards. Gotcha. That's a click. And then we're going to do SATA cables. That's a click. And we're going to do Molex. Because I actually have a fan controller in the other case. I'm not sure these are not. I actually bought a fan controller and, whatchamacallit. Oh, that's going to bug me. Something for lights, which I never use. But it's powered by Molex as well. Something Hue, but I never use it. It's not advertised. It's like USB, no USB, LED strips, but they don't work the way they're supposed to. Got them on sale. VGA for them video cards and such. So most video cards these days will take 2 ports in the ends. Sometimes 1, but usually it's 2. There we go. So that's pretty much not all the slots, but most of them. So modular is nice in that these are the cables we need, right? The ones we don't need are in the box. And then more importantly, will not be hanging out in the case. Those tabs will be fun for later. Alright, we're going to put it in the case. Wrestle that big ass snake. Is this all of them or? Yeah, it's all of them. Let's see what turns around. I'm probably gonna do this wrong. Is there a hook? There is on this side. Match the nubs. I kind of wanted a snap noise, but I'm not going to get it. Snap, damn you. The motherboard one is also the worst to try and take off. Well. No, that's not on right. That's not on right. Oop. Alright, should be okay for now. What's that? That's VGA. I can't do that one now. So again, the video card I can't install on a stream because it's in the computer I'm streaming with as I take that one out. So I'll be doing that afterwards. CPU one that I can do. I can do it if I can find it. And it's a few nubbies. I suppose this is where it would have been better to do your cooler after doing it in the case, but I don't know. This cooler was such a pain in the butt, and I wasn't familiar with it. I stand by what I did. Gotta change my guitar strings. Smell like rust and garlic. That's like a chip flavor. Hey again, Dr. Pepper. We're almost done. I'm just blindly trying to plug in cables. I wonder if I have this cable backwards. That's the worst too. Oh, oh. No. Alright, let's try it the other way. Like the one power supply I had, the cables would actually stick together, which was handy. Yeah, they just don't want to go in there. Yeah, they're the right ones. Let's try. There we go. One side in, I think. Get that other side in. No. What if I just do one side at a time? Was that a thing? Maybe. Let's try. No, you know what? Maybe get this upside down. I guess I'll follow the nubs. Let me see. The worst part is when they're freaking split cables. I don't like the split cables at all. Alright. Time to get serious now. Where is it? Okay. Figured it out. It's 4, not 8. Nope, it's right. Okay. It's 4, not 8. And also, I was trying to go up and down up, and it's actually to the right. Oh well. We got it. Okay, all the damn cables. Alright, so we can't do that one until later. Okay, our SATA cables. So anyway, this only need the one. So I kind of want them to go at the back after. Alright, so let's bring the I/O cables in and not lose them. Next. try and get this to go to the back as best we can. So we're trying to get as many cables in the back as we can. Some of them I don't know how we're going to do that. Like this CPU cable. You can kind of maybe do it. I might like go around the top, I guess. I guess we could do that. Actually, I know what I could do with that one. Actually, while we're doing this. And now we know where the damn thing is. No worries, man. Dr. Pepper, thanks again for all the advice. You have a great evening. Hope to see you in the future. Go to the back. See if it'll reach. It might. It does. Rockstar. Oop. No, just a little too short, huh? Boo. I go for this one. Come on, you. Get in there. Wow, son of a bitch. Alright. Let me turn around a bit. This is why we didn't screw it in yet. The exact reason. Fucking brutal. You put it on one side. Easy. And try to put it back. Not so easy. These cables are just like thick, they're heavy, they're stiff. Man, alright, that's the last cable I take out like that. Fuck it. Now I get back in there. There we go. Okay. And the result of all that is the reason we did that is that the cable goes to the back of the case and up behind the motherboard. Still a real pain in the ass to do that. Real pain to do that. That's okay. Okay. Now we got a SATA cable. For the hard drive, I'm going to try and bend the cable at a right angle again so it goes to the back. There we go. That's in there, okay. Alright, so all we have left is video card cable and Molex. Okay. Oh, there's some kind of adapter of some kind, wasn't there? Not sure. Anyway, alright. Well, now the main cables are in. Now we can screw in the back. So we're just using thumb screws. Kind of hard to see on the stream, but the video card itself sits on a little shelf, which is fine. Let me screw it in. Normally the screws line up. But again, these cables are so thick and they just get in the way of everything. So now you're done Final Fantasy VII, Polish. What have you been playing? That's definitely one of the heavier games to finish up. Just remind me, I lost my save to that too. That sucks. Hate losing game saves. Right, you're doing the Batman games. Yeah, those are on my list too. I haven't streamed 2 weeks. Yeah, I know nobody's been streaming. I know you're cutting back, and GP's been sick. Like I saw Nick the Burner stream today. I'm like, oh my god! I used to watch him all the time. All my streamers stopped streaming. Fuck. All the screws are killing me. No more save, no more sexy Tifa. That's pretty much how it goes, unfortunately. I just love this. It's just a classic modding. First thing they do, improve Tifa. Not improve, but like waifu her up. Alright, try this way. I swear to god these will fit. Maybe I'll try the back. All I need is one in, and then the rest will fall into place. No. Was that anything blocking the cage? No, it shouldn't be. I was playing Dragon Quest XI upstairs in the living room. I'm trying to get into it. I saw people playing it. Oh wait, hold on. Am I using the right screws? It better be. Hold on. Oh yeah, okay. Dairy Queen games. Well, I haven't played Dragon Quest since, like, the first one. I only ever played the first one, and I think the third or fourth one. But it's a Dragon Quest game. Even though it looks a lot better, it's got the Dragon Ball guys' artwork and stuff. But it's... I don't know. I got great reviews, I just can't get into it. It's too JRPG for me. Like, I used to really love RPGs. And now it's just, like, such a time sink. There we go. Ow. Pay for all this later. But if I can run it, I actually wouldn't mind maybe streaming The Witcher 3. I haven't played that in a while, and I've been meaning to, but I can't stream normally with it because my old rig wouldn't handle it. But maybe I'll do that first thing. Witcher 3 was a great game to watch. I know there's the guy, one of the guys on the team who made it, came back and did a mod for it to improve combat and stuff. I wouldn't mind playing that. I think maybe I'll do that. Come on, you son of a bitch. One more. There we go. Just the vice grip. All right. So where's that leave us? Besides sore fingers. So very sore. Oh, so the only thing left is, and I can't do it right now. We're going to end the stream soon because I need to get the video card out of that machine. Obviously, we plug in the video card, and then we're going to plug in my fan controller and stuff. That needs to get plugged in. If I can see those errors. Those goes in. And then you have this stuff. I do want to talk about this because this is a pain in the ass for a lot of people. This one's easy. There's a spot on the motherboard for this. It's like 8 pins, and that's for USB 2, if not wrong. And that's your USB 3 header. So you plug in the motherboard, and that's what gives you your slots in the front of the computer to work. What is tricky, and a lot of people I find don't even bother. Like the last time I had a computer built for somebody by a shop, they didn't even do this. There was a row of pins. Where is it? Down here. You probably can't see it, but it's 8 pins. Very easy to bend them. Very, very fucking easy. But you want to slot them on in a certain order, these little tiny things. And that's what your case lights, like the HD flickering light and the power button, work. And it's similar to that one for audio. It's really bizarre. Nobody ever does, like, you have to do it. But a lot of people get lazy and don't do it. The reason I'm not going to do it now is I got to plug in a video card. And my video card is yay big. And it goes, somehow it's going to go right there. So before I lock myself in, I'm going to do that afterwards. And then fans are very easy. You just screw them in the front and then plug them into the motherboard. Or I have a controller I'll use. And that's it. Oh, USB, the SATA cable. Let's do that real quick. That's an easy one. I'm pretty sure I have one, don't I? I have zip ties. All kinds of zip ties. Alright, you know, I'll have to dig out for one. That's just the cable that connects the motherboard to the SATA port. And this motherboard actually has 6 SATA ports. So technically 6 hard drives if I had space in the case for it, which I obviously don't. But other than that, that's it. So the hardest part, honestly, was the cooler. And we got that on there. My worry, though, is it's so wide, I couldn't put the RAM, the first slot of RAM, I couldn't use it underneath the cooler. It'll fit, but I have to take the cooler off, put the RAM in, which I'm not going to do now. And then my other problem would be the video card. Hopefully the video card will fit there, because I only have the one PCI Express slot. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to buy another cooler, which I don't want to do. But it should fit. What's the worst that can happen, right? Anyway. Can't do it now, because I got to turn this computer off to gut it. Anyway, good stream, I think, for me. That's longer than I normally do. That's 3 hours. Thanks for watching, Paul, and anybody else, and Dr. Pepper. A shit ton of follows, which is very appreciated. And I will get back to streaming soon, regularly. I know I keep saying that, but at least now I have a rig that will actually let me do that without things breaking on me. So, hopefully some of this was interesting to you guys. I kind of like doing this stuff. It takes my mind off other crap in my life, so. Plus, then I have to fix my other one up now for my daughter, because she wants a computer for Minecraft. And the Fortnites and stuff. I want to play Fortnite. Like, do you know what that is? No. Go figure. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. Thanks very much, guys. I will talk to you guys later. I'll probably be floating along the line. Somebody else stream later this evening while I fix this one up. Take care.